Hi everybody! In this video I'm going to talk about MIDI controllers suitable for Bitwig Studio. And if you've seen some of my previous videos, maybe you've seen that I've used the Panorama P6 from Nektar Tech. The keyboard looks like this. It has a very nice white finish, which is kind of cool because a lot of keyboards are just black, and that's kind of boring. Some of the key features of the P6 is that you could actually step sequence in Bitwig with these toggle buttons, and then you could also adjust the velocities for the steps with the faders here. And another key feature of the P6 is that it has a motorized fader, and it has a very nice feel to it and works very good. The keys has quite nice feeling actually. I really like this the keyboard action feeling. You could also launch clips from the clip launcher in Bitwig with the touch pads, and it has a large screen, and the rotor knobs have great feeling too. And the drivers and the software that comes with the P6 is very good. It has very deep and cool features attached to Bitwig Studio. So you can actually control a lot of things in Bitwig with the keyboard. You can add the tracks, select patches, and do a lot of macro changes and record automations, etc. Finally, if you want a good MIDI controller and a great keypad, you should definitely consider this Panorama P6 from Nektar Tech, because it has very tight integration with the Bitwig Studio. It also has tight integration with Logic Pro X. Definitely take a look at this one. And if you want to pick up the Panorama P6, you can click on the link in the description. There's an affiliate link to Amazon where you can buy the Panorama P6 for $548. It's a sad day that it's broken, but who knows, maybe I will get a new one. And since the P6 is broken, we are going to take a look at this one instead. And this is the Maschine Jam from Native Instruments. It has touch sliders, which are very good if you want to control the volumes and do automation, etc. It has plenty of buttons for step sequencing. Keep in mind that these are not velocity sensitive. Then it has the regular transport bars, transport controls, like play, record, and going forward and backwards. You can also make use of this rotary knob for navigating in your project. And you can launch clips and edit clips. Let's give this one a little ride and see what we can do with the Maschine Jam. Let's go! Okay, so here we have a track in the Bitwig Studio with a few tracks, and you can see we can select the tracks within our Bitwig project from the Maschine Jam. We can also go into the regular arranger view and see that we can select each of these tracks. And let's play this project. You can see that I have some of these levels are reduced, and I will introduce each of these tracks one at a time. So here we have the track running. So you can control the levels of your Bitwig track from the Maschine Jam. Then there's a button on the headphone button up here on the Maschine Jam. If you hold shift and press this, you will jump into the Maschine mode. That basically takes us into this Maschine Jam plugin that I have on this track up here. And from here I've sent a few of these Bitwig tracks into the Maschine Jam via audio routings. So what's cool with that is that you can access the performance effects of the Maschine Jam within the Maschine software. And there I introduce sound from the Maschine software. Let's go into performance mode again. Then we can hit the shift and the headphones button again to go back into the Bitwig mode. Now we can start to introduce some of these other tracks. And then we can go back to the Maschine Jam software and play with the performance effects. And we could, of course, record the audio output from this Maschine plugin. Okay, let's go back to the Bitwig mode. You can see these buttons are for selecting the tracks, as I said earlier, and then you have this area for the clip launcher for the patterns. So if we select a new pattern on this C group, the drum machine, we select the third pattern slot. If we press that slot, it will start to play the track, but we want to program some steps in there. So we press the step sequencer. Now you can see that we have, let's put the focus on the drum machine here. You can see that we have all these sounds from the drum machine that are accessible and playable with the Maschine Jam. If we select one of these, maybe the clap here or the bongo, then we can play this sound with different velocities too. And you select the velocities here. So we could actually program a few steps like this. Maybe only also go out here to the pattern view and also solo this drum machine. So we only hear the drum machine. And then we maybe want to program some other sounds in there. And then go into the Maschine Jam software again, the Maschine software, and go to performance mode. Back to the Bitwig mode. And now it's playing the third pattern, but let's go back and play the first pattern again. So basically you have some great clip launcher capabilities with Maschine Jam. Then maybe we want to play a melodic instrument. Let's take this Rhodes for example. If we select this D-pad, which corresponds to the Rhodes piano, we can go to the keyboard mode, which means we're going to press Shift and Pad, and it will select the keyboard mode. And then we can record a pattern with these keys. But they are not touch sensitive or velocity sensitive, so you can only program one velocity level at a time. Then we can go maybe to, let's run this pattern again. Piano. And then back to Bitwig mode. Maybe get rid of some of this, do a little mixing here. Yeah, so you see, you have a lot of possibilities with the Maschine Jam hardware combined with Bitwig. But I usually use the Maschine Jam and the Maschine MK3 with the Maschine Software. But from time to time I connect it to Bitwig and make mixes this way too. And with the current version of the Maschine Jam script for Bitwig, you can open up the browser window to browse patches, but you can't select patches or browse patches with the knobs from the Maschine Jam yet. I hope they will add this feature in a future version of the script, but yeah, who knows. Keep in mind that in the current version you can't select. You have to jump to the mouse and select the patches that you want to load. I hope you found the information helpful in this video on the Maschine Jam combined with the Bitwig. Let me know if you have any questions on this video or using the Maschine Jam with Bitwig. Have a real great weekend and see you in the next video. Bye bye!